Hey guys, today, welcome to Food Network, little countdown to the New York City Wine and Food Festival. And I wanted to talk today about one of my favorites, and I don't think she's going to be at the festival, but it doesn't matter because I'm kind of talking about broadly here, Food Network, and how pretty much everything that they put on just rocks my face off. But who am I talking about today? Nigella. First of all, could she be any more gorgeous? This woman is like the definition of domestic goddess. Is that the one? Oh yeah, that's oddly enough the name of the book here. But you know what's funny about Nigella, and if you haven't seen her, you've got to look her up on YouTube because you can start to see some. She's got a couple shows on Food Network right now. Nigella Bites, and then gosh, there's another one. It's kind of about cooking really fast or convenient. I can't think of the name of it. Ugh. But anyway, she's got this beautiful English accent, and she actually just has, too, if you look up her background, you know, she writes for the New York Times, I believe she still does, in the food section, but she has a really interesting background as far as, you know, her history. I'm trying to think, the gentleman that she was married to, very sad, he ended up having tongue cancer. So here he's married to this wonderful cook. I hope I'm telling the story correctly. This amazing cook, and he couldn't even, I believe he had to have something done where, you know, he couldn't even eat food. And he passed away, and she's remarried now years later. But really a very interesting personal history of this woman. But she's an amazing writer. Now she's not a chef where she's been, you know, someone who's gone to culinary school. She's kind of like, I would hate to say this, I almost said she's kind of like me. Like I've told you guys before, I'm not a chef. I don't make up recipes. What I can do is look at a recipe that someone's shared, whether it's in a book or whatever, and I can make it and kind of add my own touches to it. But I certainly couldn't tell you, you know, what the difference is between baking soda and baking powder. You know, I just know what works, and I cook very well, but I don't have the brilliance to make up recipes of my own. So I think that's how Nigella, she also describes herself. She refers to different recipes that she's gotten out of different cookbooks. She's just very good at it. And she, I think though, has also made up some of her own, but she gets her ideas, she originates the ideas from different cookbooks, and she has just a whole collection of cookbooks. I remember when I first saw one of her shows, I was like, look at her cookbook collection. I mean, it's like ceiling to floor cookbooks. But anyway, just watching this woman cook, it makes you want to get in the kitchen. I mean, she's just so motherly, and she's so like patow, curvy. I mean, she's like all woman. I mean, seriously, she's beautiful. And what I love about her cookbooks, not only does she have recipes, but then she is such a good writer. The way that she introduces the recipes, like I can sit down and read one of her cookbooks. Like listen to this. This is the introduction. I literally just opened this up. This is for steamed syrup sponge. Which, by the way, do you say syrup or syrup? I think it's kind of funny when people say syrup. Like, that just sounds funny. I say syrup. Maybe I'm the weird one. Just curious what you guys say. I do not say syrup. But listen, she goes, I cannot tell you how glorious this is. Light beyond words, feathery textured, and comfortingly, not cloyingly sweet. I know steamed sponges are so out of favor as to be generally beyond consideration now. But please do yourself a favor. Cook it, eat it, and then tell me. It's just like her food, her cookbook, her food words, it's like food literature. It's just amazing. And everything she has a lot of, obviously, she lives over in London, so a lot of the stuff that you see in her cookbooks is not necessarily what we're familiar with. Like here's a savory, a super onion pie. My dad would love that. I told you guys, my dad will eat an entire onion, like as a snack. Some of us would eat chocolate, my dad will eat an onion. But anyway, she's definitely got that, you know, and this woman knows how to make cupcakes. Definitely all of her recipes will have, you know, am I saying this right, a London twist or whatever. I mean, they're recipes that aren't as familiar to us over here, a lot of them, but they're all delicious. I mean, I don't think I've ever made a Nigella recipe that's not good. In fact, she was the one that really got me into really liking the taste of Thai food. I remember one of her recipes was made with black rice and shrimp, lime juice, fish juice, you know, the green onion and peanut oil. Oh, it's just so, I still remember it. It's like, you know a recipe's good when you can just like taste it just as you're talking about it. Isn't that amazing? So anyway, She's the bomb. You gotta watch her. I don't think she's at the festival, but either way, everybody else that's fabulous is gonna be at the festival, so you've got to sign up, and I'm so excited. I just cannot tell you how excited I am to go to this thing. I'm literally like counting down, and I'm not eating until I get there. Because when I get there, I'm gonna be like this. Are you done? Are you gonna finish that? Because I'll have some, seriously. Are you kidding me? Watch out if you're standing next to me, that's all I have to say.